warning you to try your best to communicate, not argue. Sometimes it's going to be hard. It's easy when we feel anger or hurt. Hurt turns into anger or defensiveness. When we feel angry, to lash out. Or if we're scared or vulnerable, to try to create a wall and not let anyone in or know your emotions or know your point of view. You may get silent and shut down and not let anyone in, or you may lash out and explode when anger isn't your problem. When you're in a relationship and things get complicated and difficult, as they will because humans have emotions, we want these things talked about, preferably before they reach a boiling point where it becomes an argument. But if you find yourself in an argument with a loved one, even if you need to say, hey, I need a minute, let's come back and talk about this, pull yourself away and come back to the table and talk about it. Have a conversation. It hurts. It's difficult to be vulnerable and be honest. And you might hear some things that you don't want to hear, but you need to hear them. Because if you're not hearing each other, people's needs are not getting met by the relationship on one side or the other, or perhaps both. And eventually that will build up to resentment. Unmet needs need met. And if they're not getting met because they're not getting spoken, discussed about, and then attended to after the discussion to the best of your ability, then the person will be continually disappointed and the wall will grow. That distance will grow and the arguments will increase. So if you find yourself in one of those unpleasant situations, calm yourself down to the best of your ability. Make yourself vulnerable. Allow yourself to listen to what's being said to you. And be honest in your responses. Don't placate the person to try to calm them down. Be honest about how you feel as well. Arguing is difficult, but it happens. Conflict is difficult, but it happens. Approach it consciously with communication, not reaction, shutting down or blowing up, not the superficial surface stuff. You need to get down deep and honest and with an even temperament. And it's going to hurt because vulnerability always does. But the end result is you can take action on the things that were wrong in each other's position because you've really listened to each other and really dug down deep to what's going on. And you can take action to try to correct the situation so that it's no longer a problem, instead of building resentment, distance, and continued escalation of argument. Love you guys. Bye, YouTube.